Imagine, me and my sister was thrown out of a cafe because we were Indians. It was one of the weirdest thing that I had to go through that I couldn't believe that it was happening to me. Hey guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing great. I'm Zola and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, this is the channel where we narrate crazy dramatic stories. If that is your vibe, subscribe and keep listening. So in today's story time, I'm going to talk about two incidents where I faced racism. So the first incident is when I went to Malaysia to visit my youngest sister. I wanted to just help her do her admission stuff. So my youngest sister, she is studying in Malaysia. She is doing her fashion designing there. And I just wanted her to have the best time while I was there. So what I did was I took her to this cafe in the Twin Tower itself. It was a very nice cafe. Actually, I have gone to that cafe in Singapore, and it's there in so many countries. It's one of the famous cafes right now. So we went there, and crazy part is, me and my sister entered the coffee shop. Before entering, there was a queue. There were like few people, including me and my sister. And then someone asked, "Is there someone who came with just two people?" I'm like, "Okay." So me and my sister went, and they were like, "Okay, we have seating for two people." So we went and sat there. The other one was a family, so they didn't have that many seats. So even though we were behind, we were called to the seat because we were two people. So we went and sat there, okay? And being the eldest sister, for me, I just want her to have the best time. And I just wanted to treat her, make her feel comfortable, make her feel, I don't know, spoiled maybe. So that is the reason I took her to a cafe in Twin Tower. It's a bit fancy, this place is fancy. And we sat there. And I don't know why, guys. I don't know why. I got this vibe from one of the guys who was working there. He was just staring at us. We were clicking pictures of each other. Because, of course, I'm a content creator. My sister is also a content creator. If you guys don't know her, her name is Farha Rafiq. So, of course, we love to take pictures, and that's what we do for a living. So, we were just taking each other's pictures, and I could see this man was staring. And I don't know, guys. For some reason, I felt like the way he was staring, it is as if like, ugh, what are these girls doing? I don't know, that's the vibe I got. Then we were supposed to order the food. So for me, I like the croissants there. So I was like, this is the thing that I want to order. And that's about it. I just want to get one set. In one set, we'll get two croissants. So we were just waiting for that. And then this guy was like, "Do you want to order more?" I'm like, "Let's see, we'll have this and see." Then he was like, "Do you want to order a drink?" I'm like, "No, we'll just order this and we'll see if we want to order anything. I think for now, just this." And he said, "Okay." And he left. Then the waiter came. Then he got the croissants and stuff. And we were just chilling there. Then this man who was staring, this guy, he looked like he's from some Arab country. Definitely not like any Gulf area, maybe some other not so developed Arab country. That's how he looked like. Because I lived all my life in Saudi Arabia, so I know how does a Gulf Arab look like. So this guy looked like he's from some other place. His accent sounded like that. And this man came to us, and then he was like, "Enough of you taking pictures and everything, order more." And I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" And he was like, "Yeah, you guys are clicking too many pictures." I was like, "Are we not supposed to click pictures here? It's not written anywhere." And then he was like, "Just order more or you have to leave this cafe." Can you imagine? He was like, "You have to leave." I'm like, "Why? We just ordered. We are going to eat." And then he was like, "Yeah, but you guys have to leave because you are not ordering more. And you can't sit here unless and until you order at least for 100 ringgit." And I'm like, "What?" I was like, "It's not written anywhere." He was like, "Yeah, but you have to leave, you have to leave." And yo, guys, I understood, from inside, I knew he's doing that because he might have thought we are Indians and maybe we don't have money. I don't know what is the reason. And honestly, I was thinking, what are we wearing? Do we look like we don't have money to pay for this? And I asked him, I was like, "Do you think we don't have money to pay for this? Is that what you're implying? Because that's how it looks like." And I just took the money and I was like, "I'll just pay. We'll just sit here. I'll just pay." And then he was like, no, you guys leave, whatever. And then I paid 100 ringgit and I was waiting for the change. And I don't know, guys. I don't know. When I said this to my husband, he was like, you should have just sat there. Why should you get up? You should eat, then only leave. And I'm like, I'm scared. How can I sit, guys? I don't know about you guys tell me in the comments, like, will you sit somewhere where somebody is asking you to leave? Like, how can we sit there and eat peacefully? I don't know, I don't know how to fight and sit somewhere and be like, no, I will sit here and eat. I don't know to do that. I was upset for sure. I was so upset. I was so confused. I even had videos of that, but I think I deleted it because whenever I saw that video, it hurt me so much. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Are you saying we don't have money? I don't know what. And then he was like, yeah, leave, 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 enough, enough, enough. I was like, call the manager. And then he's like, I am the manager. And I'm like, this kind of man is the manager? Like, what the hell? And then waiters and all the people in the cafe were staring at us. It's so weird. Can you imagine how embarrassing that is? It was so weird. And yeah, talking about the clothing, we were just wearing normal tank top and some jeans or something. Like normal clothes only we were wearing. I don't know. I don't have to justify it, right? But I don't know. I didn't know what to think at that time. And I was waiting for the change. And then when they brought the change, it was just 1 ringgit. Imagine one, 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 one. So many 1 ringgits. That's what they gave me. You're acting so entitled. You don't even have change properly. Like you're giving me one ringgit. What the hell? And then I left the place. And it was so intense, okay? Even though I'm saying it very light-heartedly, it was so intense at that time. My sister was shouting, I was shouting, and we were like, it was loud. It was crazy. And then I told him, like, nobody is ever gonna come to your cafe. Like, what the hell is this attitude? And then I left. I was outside Twin Tower and I cried, yo. Honestly speaking, I cried. I was so upset. I felt like that person looked at me and my sister like we can't afford it. He thought we couldn't afford his, I don't know what, croissants. Like, is he serious? And I don't know, man. Like, while talking to him, while fighting with him, also, I was asking him, like, do you think we can't afford this? Is it because we are Indians? Like, I don't know. That's how it felt. Honestly, I felt like it's because we are Indians. And let me tell you honestly something. It's sad how we Indians are treated outside. It is sad. Not by everyone. I have only faced it with some weird Arabs. I have only faced it with Arabs actually. This Arab guy, there is one more Arab guy which we will talk about, but not anyone from Gulf though, some other Arab countries. But it's so sad. And you know what is the saddest thing about our country? We are not proud to be Indians. Honestly, most people in our country are not proud to be an Indian. People are so crazy, we tear each other apart. North Indians will say, oh my god, South Indians accent we don't like, and South Indians will say North Indians are doing this and that. It's madness. People in our own country thinks one is better than each other. Also, there have been few comments under my videos itself saying that, oh my god, you have South Indian accent. Some will say Indian accent. And the worst thing is, it's Indians who are commenting. When I see those kind of comments, I feel like you're spitting on yourself. You are an Indian, and then you make fun of another Indian because they sound Indian. Like, are you stupid? And I have lived in Saudi Arabia. At that time, I had an accent that is a mix of Arab and Indian accent. Then I was living in China, so I had African friends and who else? Asian friends. So I had a mixture of that accent. Now I live in Bangalore and I'm friends with mostly South Indians and I live in South India. So I have South Indian accent. And I feel like it's so crazy how people get so obsessed with it. If you can understand the language, understand. If you can't understand, leave it. Don't watch. Anyways, so what I'll say, the racism and how people view each other is so sad. So I feel like Indians itself, whenever possible, however possible, they try to change their accent so they can fit in, so they can sound American or British or whatever. Why? Why do we think that's better? And the thing is, imagine I went to this cafe and that person is looking down on me just because of my skin color or just because I'm Indian. People outside doesn't care if you have Indian accent or not. They're going to look down upon you because you are Indian. Because that's how some people are outside. Not everyone for sure, But some people are like that. So at least basic thing that we can do is not tear each other apart. Anyways, I just went on a rant. So this happened, and I was outside Twin Tower crying. And my small sister is there, and she was just so sad, and she couldn't see me crying, and she was also crying, and she was like, "It's okay, it's okay." And I have some trauma related to this, which I don't know, maybe that's for another story time. For me, it's very difficult when somebody is bringing me down, saying that I might not be able to afford this. Of course, I can afford it. How else am I in Malaysia? But the thing is, for someone to view me like that, I used to feel upset. Not anymore, but at that time, it was so difficult. And I was crying and whatever, and then I was just looking up. And then I saw Sephora opposite to Twin Tower. There is a Sephora. If you guys have been near Twin Tower, you know. There is a Sephora there. I was like, it's okay. I'll go to Sephora. And then I went to Sephora and then I got Rare Beauty blushes. I was like, good. Now I feel good. Maybe I can show you the blush that I got. Look at me. Now we are like family, okay? Now we are not going to have this proper kind of story time where I'll just sit and talk. Sometimes I'll show you guys makeup also. This is the blush that I got that day. So I got these two blushes from Rare Beauty and I'm like, I feel good. I also got the lip glosses from Fenty Beauty. I'm like, okay, I feel better now. And then I applied the lip gloss and blush, and I'm like, okay, fine. But I was so sad. I was so sad. Then I went to our place. Of course, my sister lives in an apartment. So we went there, and I was just talking to my husband. I was like, yo, this happened. You were not here. So I didn't know what to do. And he was like, oh my God, you don't deserve it. I shouldn't have left you alone. You shouldn't have gone alone. I wish I was there. And I'm like, it's okay. Then I was like, I have to do something about it. Like, this man treated me so bad, and then I couldn't do anything. I didn't know what to do because it's a new country, you know. Like, I have been there multiple times, but I don't know who to complain to. I did ask him, who is your manager? And he said it's him. Then what I did was I came home and then I texted on their Instagram profile. I was like, yo, these things happened. I didn't deserve it. It's because I'm Indian. Like, how can your worker treat me like that? And then they apologized. And the guy who owns the franchisee in that country, he called me. He was actually an Indian Malay. Imagine. You know what is Indian Malay? In Malaysia, they have three kinds of people. One is Indian Malays, Malay Malays, and Chinese Malays. So this is Indian Malay means someone who is ethnically from India but went to Malaysia so long ago. Maybe their ancestors went there. Okay, that is what is Indian Malay. So he is an Indian Malay. So he definitely looks Indian. And he was like, "I'm so sorry. Someone treated you like that. How can we apologize? We can send you some food." I'm like, I don't want any food. What I want is an apology from him. And I was like, he should be thrown out because he's going to treat people like this, and I didn't deserve it. Nobody deserves it. And then what happened was they told me that they threw him out of the cafe and I can go there and meet them if possible. They would like to apologize. I'm like, I don't care about your apology. What I want is apology from that man. And they were like, but that guy don't want to apologize. Can you imagine? That guy is so entitled. But yeah, he told me that he is fired because they can't have someone who does these kind of stuff at their cafe because he's an Indian. Like, how can the manager behave like this and whatever? And apparently, he was thrown out. I didn't look more into it. I was like, halas, that's it. I can't spend more time thinking about that weirdo. But yeah, it was difficult. It was very, very difficult. And they wanted me or my sister to go and talk to them. I was like, I'm leaving the country in 2 days. I have a flight to India. And I don't want to send my sister there because she just came to Malaysia and she don't deserve to go to your office and sit and talk about this incident multiple times and whatever. I don't want my sister to have a bad experience again. So, yeah. And after 1 or 2 months, my sister did go to Twin Tower, but she didn't see this guy. So, she also thinks he was fired. Hopefully, he was. And yeah, this is such a famous coffee shop. And I don't want to bring up their name because they did solve it. So, yeah, it's okay. At least they solved it. This is one of the incidents that I faced because I'm from India. Now I'll tell you another thing that I faced because I'm Indian. So when I was in university, we had kids from every country. Of course, I studied in China. If you guys don't know, I did my MBBS there. So we had students from all over the world. Because I'm Indian and I was raised in Saudi Arabia, and we had a lot of Indians too, our university used to keep ambassadors for each country. So I was kind of the ambassador for Saudi Arabia because I lived my whole life in Saudi. It's not a big deal, you know. It's just that you represent this country. So if there is a program, you will maybe dress up in Saudi outfit or Indian outfit. Anything is fine. Up to you. It's very chill. It's not something very serious. We had this cultural festival, and for me, I know to make Arabic dishes more than Indian dishes at that time. Because at that time, I never lived in India, so I didn't know much about it. So I was there and I thought I will make majboos. I said, okay, I'll make this, and we are supposed to put up stalls and sell these food. And I was like, okay, I'll do this. And we used to have two campuses. One is medical campus and one is main campus. And both are of the same university. So we from medical campus is supposed to go to the main campus, and that's where the event is going to be held. So our Laoshi, I mean, Laoshi means teacher in Chinese. I'm so sorry if I say Laoshi anywhere, just know that means teacher in Chinese. So our Laoshi made a group in which I was there, and then some other Arab guy was there, and my friend was also there. So she said, you guys can represent Saudi Arabia. And she didn't say, I'm Indian, but represent Saudi. She didn't say all this. And for me, I can speak Arabic a bit. Like, I can understand completely. So this guy was saying something in Arabic. I replied in Arabic. So it was fine. Then what happened is he asked me what are the foods that I'm bringing to the stall. Because in this one stall, only everybody will be there. Because this is the stall for Saudi Arabia. And my teacher was saying, like, for Indian stall, they have a lot of people, and for Saudi stall, we don't have much people, so you do Saudi also. I said, okay, no problem, it's not a big deal. And I thought I'll make kabsa and whatever, right? So I'm saying kabsa because I think people know kabsa more. I was actually making majboos, or I'll just say majboos only. You will understand. Majboos is just rice and chicken. So I was thinking I'll make majboos and sell that. And this man was like, oh, you are gonna sell majboos? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, are you making fun of my culture? Then he asked me, are you Arab? I'm like, no, I'm Indian, but I lived in Saudi Arabia. So my teacher said I can represent Saudi. And he was like, no wonder why. Because Saudis, we don't sell, we just give things for free. I'm like, okay. And then he was like, I don't want you to sell it. I want you to give the rice for free. I'm like, this is something I am selling. Who are you to tell me that if I should sell or give it for free? It's none of your business. And then this man was like, no wonder why, you are Indian after all. I'm like, what? Excuse me? And then he was like, I will not allow you to sell, or just tell me how much will it cost. I'll just pay you, and I'll just give it for free. I said, okay. I said, no problem. So it is 5,000 yuan. That's what I said. 5,000 yuan means 50,000 rupees. I was like, give me 50,000 rupees. I'll give the food to you and you give it for free. Then he was like, that's a lot. I'm like, didn't you say you give things for free? And he also mentioned we are rich. Like, yeah, he also said we Saudis are rich. Not every person from Saudi Arabia is like just this one weirdo I met, okay? Others are so nice, so sweet. This is a rare piece. So this man was like, I am rich and I can't sell things. And I'm like, aren't you rich? Buy the rice, buy the majboos and you sell. And he's like, no, what the hell? This is too expensive. I'm like, didn't you say you're rich? This just went back and forth. And I was like, I can't deal with this weird guy. So I told our Laoshe, like, yo, I can't deal with this weirdo. I think, can I just go to Indian stall? And then she said, okay, if he's acting creepy, leave him. You go to Indian stall. I'm like, okay, I know to make majboos. I'll sell majboos in an Indian stall. Nobody cares, you know. That's how easy it should be, and that's how it is. So I was selling my majboos in Indian stall, and then, yeah, wait for the drama. I reached the cultural festival, right? I saw him from a distance. I knew it's him. just the disgusting face, I just knew. I have seen his picture slightly on WeChat. WeChat is the app that we used in China. It's an app that is mixed of all the apps that you use in your life, from WhatsApp to Paytm to Google Pay to whatever, to even like the movie tickets. Like you get everything on this one app. So that is the app that we are talking on. So I saw his picture lightly, so I knew this is the guy. And also he looked like a creep. I'm like, okay, this is the one. So everybody was dancing and whatever. I saw him, I'm like, this is the man. Then I saw him in the Saudi stall. I'm like, okay, this is the weird guy. So I'm like, okay, he's creepy. And I saw him looking at girls weirdly and trying to flirt around. I'm like, oh, disgusting. Whatever. I just knew he's disgusting. Then he came up to my best friend, and my best friend is so beautiful, I have to say. I love her. Oh my god. She is the best person I have ever met in my life, I can say. She's one of my favorite person ever. So she was there, and this guy, okay, one more thing. This guy is old. When I say old, he's so old. At this time, I might be like 20, 21, and this man looked like 45. Honestly, 45, 50. I don't know. He had full white hair and everything, and he had kind of wrinkles. I'm like, is this someone's dad or what? He looked so old. And then this man came near my friend and was flirting with my friend. And of course, my friend is also like my age. And this guy was like, hey, how are you? Where are you from? And my best friend is from Bahrain. And this guy was flirting and whatever. And my friend was just walking away from him. And after this, he didn't talk to me. I don't know if he understood who am I or whatever. He didn't talk to me. Then I think he might have figured it out. Okay. Then later, after one day or something, we went to a bar. Me, my best friend, and another guy. We three went to a bar and we were just chilling and having fun, whatever. And yeah, we were just, I don't know, just having food and whatever. Then this Saudi guy came near us. He came near us and he was like, hey, how are you? He was flirting with my friend. And my friend was so scared. Like, she can't say no. She's too sweet and she's so scared. She couldn't say anything. She was just looking at me and I was like, hey, can you please leave? You know, we are just chilling here. Can you please leave? And then he was like, I'm not talking to you, you Indian. You go back to your country. I'm talking to my country mate. How is it his country mate? Bahrain is his country? What a psycho. He was like, I'm talking to my country mate. Who the hell are you? I'm like, ugh. And then our friend, the guy, the other guy, he's also from Bahrain. And he was like, sir, can you go? Can you imagine calling some, he's a student. What is he studying here? Ah, he have a lot to study, not what is there in the books. He have to study some manners. And then our friend was like, yo, can you leave and whatever. And then this guy was so angry at me and he looked at me. Guys, he looked at me and he spat on the floor. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It's crazy. And he was asking me to leave. I was like, is China your country? What do you think? He was like, you go back to your country. I'm like, you're not from here, right? You go back. And then he left and he was making faces and he was so angry with me because I'm Indian. What are these weirdos? What is their problem? I don't understand. Like, crazy man, as much as you deserve to live here, we also deserve to live here. So shut up. And then he left. And yeah, this was another crazy incident that I had to go through with another creep. Ugh, I hate him also. Ugh, what a weirdo though. This guy was so annoying. How can he even think he has a chance with my friend who's so pretty and young and you're like, I don't know, grandpa? And honestly speaking, there were a lot of oldies who were studying in our main campus because people used to do PhD, masters, whatever. And I think maybe they're studying and getting old, or maybe they just want to waste their government's money, so they're just traveling. You know something, in Arab countries, actually, it's so different from ours. For them, if the kid want to be educated, not just kid, if anybody want to be educated, the government will pay for it. Like my friends used to get money from their government every year and they used to call it salary. So they get salary. I had two Saudi guy friends and then they used to tell me they get 2 lakh rupees per month to study, and they don't need that much money to study there. It's China, it's way cheaper. But they used to stay in this extravagant, lavish houses. And these two brothers, these two friends that I had, they're brothers, okay? And they both used to live in two different apartments, and each brother used to have 3 BHK, 3 BHK in a very fancy place because they have that much money. Government is paying them that much money so that these people will get educated. There might be people who are utilizing it properly, but there are also people wasting it like this. So I don't know, maybe this old man is also wasting the government's money. That's how I felt. Because I don't think he has any brain. Like he don't even know how to behave. Yeah, it's very interesting. Sometimes I wish our country also had that, but I don't think our country can afford to give money to everyone because I think in our country everybody is getting educated. You can't pay everyone. But yeah, they do get very good money from the government because they want to get educated. I think it's just trying to motivate them to study. Anyways, where are we going with this? You know, if I'm to talk, I'll talk forever. Now you guys know, right? This was a very different kind of story time with me because I narrated two stories. And yeah, it's not any kind of fun story, it's a bit traumatic. Also, I have to say this, after the Malaysian guy's incident, I was very affected, honestly. I went to my therapist and told her about it, and she was like, it's okay. And you know, she was sitting and talking to me, and I told her, like, it's so difficult for me when people treat me differently because I'm Indian, or like because they think I don't have money. It hurts me very much. It's also because of some childhood traumas that I have had, which we will talk about in somehow story time. So then my therapist was like, okay, so this guy treated you poorly and you felt bad. I said, yeah. Then she asked me, can you tell me one incident where you were treated so good? Maybe you didn't deserve to be treated that good that day. Like you didn't do anything specific, but people just treated you so well. Do you remember that kind of day? I'm like, I don't know. Do you think that happened? I'm like, yeah, it might have happened. People might have treated me good somewhere. Then she told me, if you don't remember that, why do you remember this? I'm like, I don't know. Then she was like, maybe it's there in your head, like there are people who will treat you like this. So you focus more on it. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I have to look into that. And then she was telling me, think about that man. Think about that Arab guy that you met in the Malaysian coffee house. That guy is like 50 something year old. He's working there as manager or whatever. And he's bringing you guys coffee and taking the order. And you, two girls, you and your sister, you are in your 20s, just sitting there and having fun. You are from India, you're traveling to Malaysia, you're just two sisters chilling. How will he like it? Being a 50-year-old, how will he be so happy about two young girls just having fun and having coffee, whereas he is away from his country and struggling to make that money? How can he be so happy with his job? Maybe he's jealous, because why else would he behave like that? And I'm like, yeah, that is a different way to look at it. And she was like, yeah, it's, we don't know what it is, you know, maybe that guy is just angry that people are having better life than him. Why do you always think it's because he looks down upon you? Maybe he's just angry at you kids. Like, you kids are having fun, they're taking pictures, look at them go. I hate it. And also, one more thing, okay, when I talked to the franchisee owner, he also told me we don't have any policy of like kicking anybody out because they're not ordering above 100. Like, we don't even have that kind of policy. Also, we want our customers to take pictures and whatever. That's the reason we made the infrastructure so pretty. And this is also something that guy said. Anyways, yeah, that's all about today's story time. I also gave you guys some tips from my therapist, and she also told me, like, whatever good things people are saying, just write it down so that you can remember that rather than just negative things. So I have a small book where I just write the good things that people tell me. When you guys comment anything good, I go and write in my book, like, hey, this person said something nice to me. Because I feel like we have to surround ourselves with positive energy. Like, we have to pay attention to that as well, so that we are not so affected by the negative comments. Like, we have to look into the good things that people are saying around us as well. I know one bad thing can hurt us, but there are 100 people saying good things. That's all, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the story time. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel because that would mean a lot to me. Also, if at all you guys went through something similar to this, if you have ever faced racism anywhere or like felt that people are bringing you down for no reason and it hurt you, comment down below. I would love to know. And if I have any advice, I would love to give it to you guys as well. And that's all, you guys. Before going, I have to show you guys my phone case brand. That is Kyoko. This is my own brand called Kyoko. I have always been a fan of having my own business, my own brand. It has always been my dream. We have a lot of pretty stunning phone cases for iPhones on our brand, so do check it out. When that weirdo was disrespectful to me and my sister, I was thinking, man, if I was rich, just like all these Korean dramas, I'll be like, call that guy, call this guy, and then somebody will be like, hey, that is your boss right now. And I'll be like, okay, now you are now you are not the manager, you are the cleaner, go clean. I don't know. This is what I was thinking, but we are not there yet. But yeah, this is the first business. We'll do more businesses and reach there so that some weirdos don't treat us bad. Honestly, I feel like I want to make money so that I don't get treated badly by people. Not because I want a lot of money, just don't want to be disrespected. Anyways, if I want to talk, I'll talk forever. You guys can see that. And you guys should check out my Instagram. That's where I post a lot of pictures, a lot of makeup tips and tricks, also some makeup recommendations and some outfit checks. If that is something you guys are interested in, go follow me on my Instagram. And you should follow me on my broadcast channel too. That's where we talk about a lot of things, maybe even discuss what happened here. So follow me on my broadcast channel as well so that we can build a deeper connection if that is something you guys are interested in. And that's all, you guys. Bye. Love you. I wish we can talk more, but I need more topics for that. If you guys have any video ideas, please comment down below. Bye. Love you.